Dear students of class 9, re-explanation of the last few points. Now I am going to make it. Re-explanation of few last points of lesson number 1. First one, it is mentioned here, religion. Religion. The archaeologists came to a conclusion after having discovered various sites of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro that the people of these two important places, Harappa and Mohenjo-daro, they were worshippers of not only trees but also some deities, some god and goddesses. A number of seals were excavated from the two places, proved that they had some figurines, means female god, means goddesses, they worshipped. And apart from this, they also worshipped Lord Pashupati, because a number of seals which were discovered from these two sites, various types of animal figures also were engraved on it, like buffalo, horned buffalo, tiger, and so on. That's why they came to a conclusion that another figure also was engraved along with animals. That figure was considered as their god, that means Pashupati, and they worshipped Pashupati to be their main god. They also worshipped trees, but among other trees, they considered people tree to be their sacred tree. Some objects like worshipped animals like hump bull, buffalo, tiger, they worshipped it. They also worshipped the sun, water, and fire, because they had great fear for these three things. Sun is a wonder of the nature. They were astonished to see the sun and worshipped it as their god. Water, due to flood, huge flood sometimes took place. That's why they also had natural fear for water also and worshipped it, and fire also. They also avoid fire. Sometimes it took place inside the large forest, and that's why they also had natural fear for fire also and worshipped it. And script, people of Indus Valley developed one of the earliest known script of human society, that is in pictographic form, but still it is not deciphered. And besides, Indus Valley people also, were very peaceful. They led a very peaceful life. Although they lived together. They lived together, why? Because to avoid confrontation, to avoid fighting against each other, to avoid, the attack of wild beasts, to make them free of their hands, and to make them protect from being killed by the wild beasts. They all lived together and led a very peaceful life. Although they had some weapons like, arrows, bows, but these were used for hunting or for their personal protection. But actually, they were peaceful people. Now, the decline of the Indus Valley people, there are some causes behind it. What was the reason of the declination of Indus Valley civilization? There are some reasons behind it. Number one, earthquake and natural disasters. During the period of Indus Valley civilization, often and then earthquakes, floods took place and would destruct the entire population. the entire sites of Harappa and Mohenjo-daro became under flood water, and which caused deaths of thousands of people. It often and then took place during that period, during that time. That's why it also had become a great cause of the disappearance of this civilization. Besides, so according to some historians, disappearance of Saraswati River and shifting of Indus Valley civilization from the former place also had become a great cause of the declination of Indus Valley civilization, because the entire cities came under flood water and millions of people died due to flood and flood and earthquakes. First earthquake took place and then flood. And now ecological imbalance. At the time when, the people of these two civilizations started farming and choose their main occupation, farming, cultivation, that time within the same land, constant cultivation of different crops reduce the fertility of their soils. Naturally, it also caused crops failure. Another one that was very important, that was cutting down of trees from forests, also had become a great cause of the declination of the Harappa and Mohenjo-daro civilization, and it also led to ecological imbalance. And next one, climate change. Suddenly, the climate was changed. The change of this climate also had become a cause of the declination of the Indus Valley civilization. And last of all, this point is very, very important point, and most important point of it, of the cause of the Indus Valley civilization. The attack of the Aryan people. The Aryans were basically nomadic people. The Aryans came, the Aryans reached there, Aryans entered the entire parts of the Indus Valley civilization, Indus Valley, in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro cities in search of water. First in search of water, and next one in search of pasture. That's why, and not only that, while searching their pasture, while searching water, since they were very aggressive in nature, very attacking in their habit, so whenever they saw the other people were living there, immediately they attacked them. And the people of Indus Valley civilization were very, very peaceful. They had no tendency to attack others because they were not accustomed to fight against each other. Naturally, they tried to avoid fighting against the Aryans, but Aryans, they were aggressive in nature. Naturally, they attacked them and they killed a number of people, and also had become a great cause of the declination of the Indus Valley civilization. So these are the important points, my dear students, of the Indus Valley civilization. The next day I shall teach you the last point, Mesopotamian civilization, and then after the explanation these last 2 points, I shall complete the explanation of lesson number 1, and then I shall start teaching lesson number 1 of civics as per the syllabus of first term now. Thank you, my dear students.